Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. Philippians 4:6 says. Have you ever found yourself lying awake at night, heart racing with worries, feeling like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders? It's a familiar struggle, one that many of us face daily. The sleepless nights, the anxiety that gnaws at your peace, and the overwhelming sense of helplessness can make you feel isolated and lost. Yet there's a profound truth that we often overlook. You don't have to carry these burdens alone. Imagine for a moment, standing at the edge of a vast, stormy sea. The waves are crashing, the wind is howling, and it feels like there's no way to reach the safety of the shore. In these moments of despair, it's easy to forget that there is always a lifeline. This lifeline comes from the unwavering promise that there is a greater power ready to calm the storms in our lives. The constant worry and anxiety that cloud our days and haunt our nights are not meant to be faced alone. There is a comforting presence that offers peace and reassurance. This presence is like a gentle hand guiding us through the chaos, reminding us that we are never truly abandoned. We all crave a sense of security, a promise that everything will be all right, and there is a way to find that peace. Stay with us as we delve deeper into this message of hope and reassurance. We'll explore how to let go of our worries, trust in the promise of relief, and find the peace that we so desperately seek. If this message resonates with you, please like this video and share your thoughts in the comments. Your engagement helps us continue to bring uplifting and comforting content to those who need it most. Can I get an amen from you? We all find ourselves wrapped up in worry. It seems to be a part of our daily routine. We fret over our health, finances, careers, families, and what the future holds. Our minds are cluttered with concerns about yesterday's regrets, tomorrow's uncertainties, and today's challenges. But let's pause and think for a moment, what does all this worrying achieve? Does it solve our issues or make them disappear? The answer is a resounding no. Worrying doesn't extend our lives. Instead, it diminishes the time we have. Imagine you're on a long journey, carrying a sack filled with heavy stones. Each stone symbolizes a worry or fear, and with every step the load becomes more burdensome. Then, a kind and strong stranger offers to carry the sack for you. This stranger is not only capable but eager to help. Would you continue to struggle with the weight, or would you accept the help, freeing yourself from the burden? This stranger represents God, always ready to lift your burdens if you allow him to. He understands the heaviness you carry and is fully equipped to take it on. However, the choice is yours. You must be willing to let go and trust that your worries are in good hands. Now, delve into the depths of your soul. Think about those silent, sleepless nights when anxiety grips your heart. The times when you lie awake replaying every mistake, worrying about your loved ones, and fearing what the future holds. You long for peace, for relief from the constant churn of anxious thoughts. Deep down, there's a yearning for comfort, for a reassurance that everything will be okay. These are the moments when the weight of worry feels most oppressive, and the desire for solace is most profound. Reflecting on a famous story, consider the tale of Corrie ten Boom, who faced immense hardships during World War II. She once said, "Worry does not empty tomorrow of its sorrow, it empties today of its strength." Her life, marked by incredible suffering and unwavering faith, is a testament to the power of letting go and trusting in a higher power to carry us through the toughest times. Just like Corrie, we must find the courage to release our worries and trust that we are supported by a strength far greater than our own. Imagine the liberation of truly letting go, of casting your anxieties aside and embracing the peace that comes with trust. It's not easy, it requires faith and a willingness to surrender control. But think of the freedom it brings, the lightness of spirit, and the clarity of mind. This is what awaits when you hand over your burdens and allow God to carry them for you. He sees your struggles, knows your pain, and longs to give you rest. All you need to do is trust Him, to believe that your worries are safe in His hands. This act of faith is not just about relinquishing control, but about embracing a deeper sense of peace and understanding that you are never alone in your struggles. In these moments of profound internal turmoil, remember that there is always hope. By letting go of your worries and trusting in a higher power, you allow yourself the grace to heal, to find strength, and to move forward unencumbered by the weight of anxiety. Your journey becomes lighter, your spirit more resilient, and your life filled with the peace that only trust and faith can bring. Show some love with a glory to God. Imagine you're a child trying to solve a jigsaw puzzle. You have all the pieces, but without seeing the final picture, it's hard to know where each piece fits. This is what trusting in God feels like. Letting go of the need to control every aspect of your life can be daunting, much like navigating a stormy sea without a compass. But in those moments of surrender, we find a serene peace and unexpected freedom that we never thought possible. God's power is beyond any problem we face. No matter how insurmountable the challenge or how deep the fear, His strength is greater. His plan for our lives, although sometimes hidden from our view, is always for our good. Even when we can't comprehend His ways, He is orchestrating everything for our ultimate benefit. I understand it's not always easy. Letting go and trusting in God's plan takes immense faith. It's like trying to sail through a storm without steering the ship yourself. Yet, in surrendering control, we discover a profound peace and freedom that seemed unattainable before. God's might surpasses any problem we might encounter. No challenge is too great, no obstacle too high, and no fear too overwhelming for Him. His plan for us, though sometimes hidden, is always good. Even when we can't grasp His ways, He is weaving everything for our benefit. Imagine observing a tapestry from the back. All you see are chaotic threads. But step around to the front, and a beautiful design emerges. Similarly, we may only see confusion in our lives, but God sees the full picture. Life often feels like it's falling apart, with pain and fear closing in on us. In these dark moments, remember God is by your side. He hasn't forgotten or abandoned you. He is present in your suffering, offering comfort and working out His plan. You might ask, if God is guiding my life, why do I face so many struggles? It's a question that plagues many hearts. God never promised a life free from difficulties, but He did promise to be with us through them. He offers strength, peace, and a purposeful journey. The challenges we face are not meant to break us, but to build us. They are the fires that shape our character, the lessons that deepen our trust, and the trials that prepare us for the blessings that lie ahead. Just as the finest steel is forged in the hottest fires, our faith and resilience are strengthened through life's adversities. Trust that God is always present, working behind the scenes, turning our struggles into stepping stones for a brighter future. Let me hear a blessed from you all. Dear friends, today I encourage you to take a courageous leap of faith. Imagine the worries you carry as a heavy sack now. Place that sack into the hands of the one who cherishes you beyond measure. Release your fears, your anxieties, and the weight of stress, trusting that a higher power is guiding your path. In doing so, you'll feel a remarkable lightness, as if the burden you carried was suddenly lifted. You'll breathe more freely, sleep more peacefully, and live with a newfound fullness. This shift brings a profound peace that defies logic. a joy that remains steadfast regardless of life's challenges, and a hope that is unshakable. Remember, the love that envelops you is vast and unending. You are seen, known, and deeply cared for. There is a sanctuary and strength available, an ever-present support in times of trouble. Why not entrust your worries to this source of boundless love? Allow this higher power to manage your challenges after all. It is more than capable and profoundly willing. Cherished friends, let's inscribe this truth on our hearts. Remind yourselves and each other that you are not alone in carrying life's burdens. Choose to place your trust in this unfailing love, lean on these promises, and find rest in this unwavering care. Embrace the freedom that comes from knowing your worries are being handled with great care. Let's stop worrying and start embracing the life of freedom and joy that comes from this deep trust. We need to embrace the practice of letting go. Many of us are burdened with worry because we try to micromanage every detail of our existence. However, the reality is that our control is merely an illusion. We are not the masters of our fate, a higher power is. And that's a comforting thought because this higher power possesses boundless wisdom, love, and strength. By relinquishing our urge to control and instead trusting in divine guidance, we discover true freedom. We realize that these divine plans surpass our own, with ways that are far more profound and perfect. Moreover, it's crucial to cling to hope. Worry often arises from fear and a sense of despair. Yet, as believers, we are never devoid of hope. Our hope isn't contingent on our circumstances, but rather on the steadfast nature of the divine. Regardless of the challenges we encounter, we can be assured that the divine presence is with us, supports us, and is orchestrating everything for our ultimate benefit. Hope provides us with an anchor, stabilizes us, and empowers us to face each day with assurance and bravery. Let me share a personal story. I once met a man who lost everything: his job, his home, and even his family. In his darkest moments, he remembered a simple truth. "This too shall pass." This phrase became his lifeline, reminding him to trust in the higher power's plan. Eventually, he found new beginnings that were better than what he had lost. So, dear friends, I challenge you this week. When worry starts to infiltrate your mind, pause and remind yourself, a higher power will manage my challenges. This burden is not mine to carry. Repeat this affirmation as often as needed. Allow it to penetrate your heart and soul, and witness how this fundamental truth can alter your perspective and bring you profound peace. My dear friends, let's delve into a few practical steps to help us embody this daily. Consider starting with the power of introspection. Each night, take a few moments to review your day. Recognize instances where anxiety tried to dominate and reflect on your responses. Did you seek divine guidance during those moments, or did you attempt to manage the burden alone? Reflection allows us to identify patterns in our behavior, enabling us to consciously choose faith over worry in the future. Next, let's highlight the significance of self-care. Our physical, emotional, and mental well-being are intertwined with our spiritual health. When we are tired, stressed, or overwhelmed, trusting and releasing our anxieties becomes more challenging. Prioritize your well-being, ensure sufficient sleep, maintain a balanced diet, exercise regularly, and engage in activities that bring joy and relaxation. When you are well-rested and healthy, you are better positioned to connect with a higher power and trust that your burdens are being taken care of. Let's also embrace the power of affirmations. Speaking positive, faith-filled affirmations over your life can shift your mindset from anxiety to trust. Phrases like, "I have faith in the future, I am provided for," and "I am not alone, I am supported," can reinforce your faith and help you focus on promises rather than problems. Write these affirmations down, place them where you can see them daily, and repeat them often. Engaging in acts of service is another powerful step. Helping others shifts our focus away from our worries and reminds us of the bigger picture. Serving others not only impacts their lives positively but also brings joy and fulfillment to ours, connecting us to the essence of our faith and reinforcing the truth that we are part of a larger, divine plan. Moreover, consider the transformative power of worship. Worship is a profound way to connect with the divine and remind ourselves of His greatness. When overwhelmed by worry, take time to worship. Sing praises, meditate on goodness, and let your heart fill with gratitude. Worship shifts our focus from our problems to the one who is greater than any problem we face. Finally, embrace the discipline of surrender. Surrender is a daily practice, not a one-time event. Each day, consciously decide to surrender your worries. Begin your day with a prayer of surrender, acknowledging that you trust a higher power with your life. Throughout the day, whenever worry arises, take a moment to surrender it again. This continual practice deepens your trust in divine provision and care. Friends, remember this: you are deeply loved by a higher power who sees, knows, and cares for you. This power is not indifferent to your struggles, but is actively working in your life, orchestrating everything for your good. By choosing to trust and let go of your worries, you open yourself up to experience peace, joy, and presence in ways you never imagined possible. Dear friends, as we embark on this journey of placing our trust in a higher power and letting go of our anxieties, I want to share some final thoughts that will uplift and motivate you to embrace this path daily. Let's begin with the concept of resilience. Trusting in a higher power doesn't mean we will be exempt from challenges. On the contrary, our faith often deepens through the trials we face. Resilience is about the ability to recover from setbacks, to continue despite difficulties. When you put your trust in a higher power, you cultivate a spiritual resilience that helps you navigate life's storms with grace and assurance. Consider the story of a renowned mountaineer who, despite numerous failed attempts, never gave up on his quest to reach the summit. His resilience was fueled by his unwavering faith and trust that each setback was a step closer to his goal. Similarly, our trust in a higher power doesn't guarantee a problem-free life, but assures us that we are never alone in our struggles. This presence provides the strength to persist, even when the path is tough. Let's also embrace the transformative power of perspective. Often our worries seem overwhelming because we are fixated on them. By stepping back and viewing our challenges from a broader viewpoint, we realize they are not as insurmountable as they appear. Imagine looking at a puzzle piece up close. It's hard to see the whole picture. But when you step back, the full, beautiful image comes into view. A higher perspective sees the beginning and the end, understanding the purpose behind each trial and the blessings that follow. Ask for help to see your problems from this higher perspective, recognizing that they are but a small part of a grander, beautiful plan. Another crucial element is patience. Trusting in a higher power often requires waiting, which can be challenging in a world of instant gratification. However, waiting is not passive, it's an active process of trusting, praying, and believing. During these waiting periods, a higher power is orchestrating circumstances and preparing you for what lies ahead. Trust in the perfect timing, even when it doesn't align with your own. Furthermore, never underestimate the power of sacred texts. These texts are not merely books, they are living, breathing testaments of love and faithfulness. Spend time daily immersing yourself in these words. Let them renew your mind, comfort your heart, and strengthen your spirit. When you fill your mind with these truths, worry has little space to grow. Lastly, let's commit to illuminating the lives of others. By trusting a higher power and releasing our worries, we become living testimonies to those around us. Our peace and joy amidst challenges can inspire others to seek the same trust. Share your story, encourage those in struggle, and be a beacon of hope and faith. As we conclude, I leave you with a heartfelt prayer, one to carry with you and recite whenever you feel burdened by worry. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for your unwavering love and constant presence in my life. Today I bring all my worries and fears before you, laying them at your feet. I trust that you are in control, working everything for my good. Help me release my need to control and find rest in your perfect plan. Fill me with your peace, joy, and strength. Guide my steps and deepen my trust in you each day. Thank you for managing my problems and being my steadfast help in times of trouble. Amen.